and on Facebook group as well. Hi guys, how are you doing? Yes, it's been a long time right now since we've done a webinar, and we are doing a webinar once again with two tools that we're going to showcase to you in this webinar. So let's wait for more people to join in. And if you're watching this right now, chances are that you're watching a replay of this. If yes, why you should join this webinar? Because we're going to talk about the two amazing tools and also a hack that you can use today, right now. Yes, so that you can become productive in your workplace. That's right. What it is, let's just talk about it. We're going to be talking about this. So I see comments that are already coming in. Eat, sleep, webinar, repeat. Well, that's my job. Eat, sleep, webinar, repeat. That's what we've been doing. And of course, holidays are coming, so I'm going to take a break as well. But before that, I want you to learn this so that you can become productive. So Karan is here. Many amazing people are joining this. Perfect. James, so good to see you here as well. Perfect. James has been joining in and in our previous webinars as well. Thanks for being active. So since everybody is here right now, let's begin. I want to ask you one question, guys. Let's begin with a question. Do you know what's the one common thing between companies like Adobe, Amazon, Asana, Box, Google? Tell me a common thing that you notice between these popular companies. Of course, they're popular. That's one thing. Any guesses? The one common thing that unites them all. Of course, they're top performers in their game. They're killing it when it comes to developing killer apps, etc. But what? How are they doing this? What is the common factor that unites them? Any guesses? So the one common thing between all of these companies, which is Adobe, Amazon, Asana, Box, Google, is that they use something called as OKRs. Now, if you've never heard of OKRs, you might be like, okay, what is OKRs? Now, I want to know the secret. So OKRs is nothing but objective and key results. It is a method via which companies align their team into just one vision, and they align all their tasks, etc., based on that one particular vision that they're going forward with. I might be wrong. That's why we have a very special guest here today with us. He is the founder of Space, and Ravi. So good to see you here.
Yeah, same here, man. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic, Ravi. And Ravi, why don't you introduce yourself and let's get started with this webinar?
Okay, so I'm the founder of Space, and we are going to introduce multiple productivity tools inside a single suite. There would be more than 25 productivity suites, and recently we have launched two tools. One is OKR, and another is Channel. And I'm going to tell you OKR and why you should adopt it. Once everyone join and wave their hand and say, let's start.
Love it, love it, love it. So, I see people are already joining in. I see people are already live over here with us. So, Ravi, before we get started, before we get into the tool, can you tell us about, briefly tell us about OKRs for a newbie perspective who's never heard of this?
Surely, Manag, let's begin with the OKR. So my screen is visible to you.
Yes, it's visible.
Perfect. So the problem generally companies face, or the people, individual also face this problem that they are not focused about their objective. Even few people haven't created objective. They do not know anything about the objective. They only know about the mission and the vision. But when it comes to the objective thing, they do not know. They have multiple focuses for right now or for the next 1 year or for the 6 months. But it's not the right thing. You can focus only very few things that actually matter. So this is the one problem I see in the companies who are coming right now in the startup world, and the people who are working for their mission, they don't feel to share their mission with their team members. Even the people who are working downline do not know anything about the vision. They only follow the task list. They know what. actually they are going to do or what things they have to deliver. That's all. They do not feel anything about the mission. But the person who is working in the downline, if they feel about the mission, they would actually contribute what company wanted. Otherwise, they would react something like a robot, like a task is given and they are just following it. And when it comes to the transparency in the companies, it's a huge problem for these days. Like if I ask about you, like if I ask you, what's your company mission and what is your company vision? If you guys are already following OKR, then it's easy for you to tell me. So tell me, Menak, what's the vision of your company, PitchGround?
Oh, the vision is to help entrepreneurs save their save on tools, and also help the agencies to growth by not because what the main problem that agencies today face is that uh, they they are like having so many tools that they have to invest in thousands of, it goes to hundreds of dollars if you just take one tool for example, and etc. So our vision is to like cut down the costs for these companies. That's one thing. And also for the users as well, there's two sides to it. So one thing is basically to cut down the cost for these users, and the other side is basically provide exposure to new entrepreneurs who are coming up, who are coming up with innovative tools. So yeah, so it's a two-sided
Perfect.
vision that we have. Yeah.
Perfect. So the way you are telling your vision, I can feel it. Like you are really going to add the value for the startup world. Every startup will get the right tool the day it will come in the startup world. So if you are already aligned with your company's goal, then only it comes from your heart. Like this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to contribute in, and I'm doing webinar just to help startup. Hopefully, you guys are already following OKR. Am I right?
Yes, we are already following OKRs. Yes.
Perfect. So this thing is actually coming from there. You know what is the goal, what is the vision, what your top line is going to achieve, what they are trying to do, and that thing is coming from you now. So this is how OKR creates the transparency in the people. So if we talk about OKR thing, what is actually OKR, how people manage it, how they achieve it, how they create it, what it can help in. So let me explain you one by one what is OKR. So should I start explaining OKR now? Are you convinced with the
Yes.
problem?
Yes, you
Perfect.
can.
So OKR, if we talk in the very simple term, it's a goal setting method. You are going to set a goal for your team for a quarter, for a half month, or for a year. And you are going to set up the key result, the step, how you are going to achieve that particular objective. So, for example, if I say I have created an objective that I am going to add value for the startup, so I will make sure that there are the achievable steps which I am going to follow and add the value for the startup. So, my first key result can be, or the first step can be do multiple webinars with the startup people who are actually doing good and add value in the startup world. So this can be a good example for the OKR. Like you have set up a single objective, you are going to create these steps now. Now, if we talk about the history of OKR, pretty clear that everything, like if we talk about OKR, if we talk about startup, if we talk about ecosystem, everything is evolving by time to time. So OKR is not a new term. It's been invented in 1970, but people that time know it with name MBO, or we can say it evolved with the time in the term of KPI, and then after evolving, it is now OKR. And I'm sure in the future the OKR will evolve and will be something else. But problem will be the same which this complete framework is solving. Goal setting up and the achieving method. So if you are going to set up your goal, you are going to decide where I want to reach. And if you're going to say that I'm going to set up the key result for that particular objective, you're going to set up how do I measure if I'm going in the right direction or not. And after deciding the key result, you are going to create the task for achieving that key result. Like what efforts I do have to make to reach that destination. This is the complete term of defining your objective, defining how you are going to reach there, and defining tasks for reaching the objective ultimately. Now, whenever you are going to decide your objective always aspire people, it's aspirational, like it's time bond where you, whenever you read that objective, it will motivate you. For example, I am going to be a next unicorn in the world. So that really motivate me. So this can be my objective for a year, for 2 years, or for 3 years. It's completely depending upon me how I'm taking this particular objective. And now, if I'm saying that I will be the next unicorn in the startup world, I'm going to define the key results. And key result would be the measurable key results. Like if I want to be a unicorn, I need a solid product which should have more than 1 million client base. So when I'm saying 1 million, it's the measure, like how I am going to measure if I'm going in the right direction or not. Now bring 1 million clients on board, I need to set up actions, task, how I'm going to onboard this client. So I have decided to go with the PitchGround and onboard early with the customer. So something like people can decide their initiative. Now, people who already aware about the OKR are really doing good already in the market. So if we read about Google case study, Amazon case study, Dell, or any big company's case study, they are already saying and floating actually like they are used to OKR and they love it. Therefore, they are flaunting. Now, if we talk about the Google case study, they want to bring Chrome, the client platform in the market in the 2008. And Sundar Pichai was the person behind the Google Chrome, the person who make it a really big hit. So he decided to create an OKR for 3 years. From 2008 to 2011, he was working for the single objective that he want to bring 20 million users for the Google Chrome. That's a complete OKR he have decided. And in the first year, he achieved only 10 million. That's something less than the key result he have defined. But the objective was for 3 years. So second year he went from 50,000. Like second year he have decided to bring 50 million downloads for the Chrome, and then he ended up with 37 million. And in the 2010, he got more than 100 million download for the Google Chrome. But this objective was created by Sundar Pichai, the person behind Google Chrome. But every team member who was working for the Google Chrome was having something similar objective that was actually contributing to Sundar Pichai's objective. If they want to bring 100 million users, they need a solid engineering team. They need to fix every possible bug can come up and can reduce the number of downloads. So this is how a complete team achieve a single goal or work for a company mission. So if we talk about basic real life OKR examples, so for example, I have an objective like I want to be in shape, and if I want to be in shape in next 3 months, I will set my key result that I will lose 5 kg weight. That's my key result that's measurable. And to achieve 5 kg less weight, I need to create tasks for that. And I will run 500 miles daily or 5,000 miles daily or go for swimming. That can be a task. There is very thin line between task and the key result. So you need to understand how you are going to define your task and how you are going to define your key result. The term OKR is completely new in the market, and there are many confusions already, and there are already many tools available in the market. But when we talk about the OKR, first people need to understand OKR term, then they will start creating their own objectives, and they will end up with struggling in the tools only. So we have decided to come up with a single, simple solution where people can easily find their vision or their company's vision or what objective they are going to contribute in. It's a completely top to down approach. A person who is in the top will create their objective, and every team member will define their key results and objective according to the master objective, or we can say the top level objective. So there are many examples for the key results and objective already available on a Space website. And if you want to have a real time problem, we can discuss on it. Now, once again, I will tell you the OKR creation method. It's very easy. You need to create your objective, which is aspirational, like motivational, and key results should be measurable and it should be time bound. It can be for a month, it can be for 6 months, it can be for a year, or it can be for 5 years. It can be anything. It's completely depending upon you how you are going to create your objective and going to measure your progress. So if we talk about the space, we try to keep everything simple because people do not want to waste their time in the learning a single tool. Like if we are going to implement our OKR tool in a 20 people of organization, they need training for it. They need multiple webinar sessions, YouTube readings to understand only the tools. Therefore, we think that we should come up with a simple solution where people can easily define their OKR just in a single line and start defining their key results. And it's completely in hierarchy form. Once you define your key result or the top level of people define their key results or the objective, you can go there, check what objective they already have created and how you are going to contribute in their objective. Now, simplicity is the one and most advantage we have in this space. Now, second is the faster, the speed. When I will show you the speed, when I will create an OKR, it will show you like it's working on real time and on over the local system. Like I'm just typing in the dockpad. Now, it's a minimal. We haven't introduced any feature which actually not needed in the OKR. We try to keep everything very minimal. You come up here, you create your objective, you create your key result, you can check what others objective, how you are going to contribute and what hierarchy you are already in. So this is how we have kept the OKR thing. Now, whenever you are creating or your top level is creating the OKR, we have daily reporting, weekly reporting, and quarterly reporting option. But this report won't bother you. It will only come to you when you actually needed it. If there is any change in your hierarchy, if there is any change in your key results or your colleagues' key result or your actually just top key result, then only this report will come to you and tell you what happened today or what changes have been made in your objective. And in the weekly report, you will know how your team is performing or how your colleagues are doing. So that's complete simple thing with the OKR. Now let me walk you through the tool, how it works. So can you see the tool, Manak?
Yes, we can see the tool. Yeah.
Perfect. So when you onboard here, when you land here, you can invite your team member from here, and you can set the quarters, like for which quarter you are going to create the objective, and your top level objective will be created here. Add value for a startup. This is your top level objective, right, Manak? I'm going to create an objective for the PitchGround actually.
Yes, yes. Let's do this.
Okay. So you are going to add value for the startup ecosystem, and you are going to provide at least at least 100 deals in a month or in the quarter.
Yeah, this is achievable. 100 deals in a month is way too high. Yeah.
Let's keep it high then, because
It. Oh
yeah,
my good. Oh my goodness.
just to create the transparency and the goal setting, it also helps you in stretching your own ability. So once you challenge yourself, you will know how stretchable you can be.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. So I am going to define start from zero, and you are going to achieve 300 startups deal in a quarter. Now, to do 300 deals, you have to build a community of a startup, right, Manak?
Yes, 100%.
Where you can show how you guys are doing, how you guys are going to create value for the startup. So this can be a task to achieve this particular key result and add to your objective. This is how the complete OKR has been created. Now you can create multiple OKRs under the top level OKRs, like this is the OKR one that is created under. I can create from here, I think. So can you see the speed, Manas? The speed of the
Yes,
tool.
it's super fast.
So
We are just able to
it's
add
really
OKRs.
fast,
Yeah.
right? So it's very fast tool. You can create your OKR just in a
Wow.
click. So I have created here three objectives. One is the top level, second is the second top level, third is the third one, the downline objective. And this is how you can create multiple objective and set the key result from clicking here, add the value from here. You can assign these key results or the particular OKR to your team member by searching member name. So here are my member. I assign this particular objective. Now I can go to my objectives. I can see here are two only objectives assigned to me. I can see what objective my team already working on, or I can search their name from here and create a filter according to department, according to team, and get a tab here. Like this is the objective of my team member. That's a single team member. I can add more team member and can rename this. For example, this is marketing OKR. I can add more member here. And this is completely customizable. Every person can define their own filter. For example, there are HR in your organization, there are directors in your organization. Everyone have different use cases. Everyone want to track different key results or objective of the people. So they can define tabs or the filter here. It's completely simple method. I can see how many objectives created or how many objective actually going to accomplish in this quarter. If I want to see a quick look, I can hide all the key results. I can see only the objective and also can see the persons working for that. I can define if it's on track, it's on risk, in has some issue or it's already done or we have achieved it. So this is how you can keep the track of your status. Also, here is commenting whenever you are coming weekly, daily, monthly, you can come up here, do the weekly check-in
Nice.
and just enter. It's very simple. Now, if you want to edit this objective, here is the option to edit this particular objective, change the name, change the sentence, and remove the person and assign to someone else. Also can define in which year or quarter you are going to achieve it. Also, if you want to move this particular object in different hierarchy, is the option to move it. For example, I'm going to change it or land it somewhere else. So I will just move it and it will move. So see how fast it can be, how easy it can be, how transparent it can be. Everyone in your team will be checking all the objective and company mission vision, how these things are going on in the organization, so that the person who is in the down line can easily relate to your vision, your mission of company, and actually feel it. And everything coming from their mind, it will be coming from your vision or vision. This is a complete OKR
Love
tool.
it. Love it.
It's very simple. We do not have
Awesome. Awesome.
any plan to bring such complicated features like, but if you want to connect this particular tool with other application, it's easy. We have webhook option, we have integration solution, we have a dedicated team for this support who can do things on behalf of you, who can ask you actually where you want to see the reporting, actually where you want to connect this particular tool, where you want to see where and whenever someone can check in. Just in a minute, you can connect with our team. You can tell us where you want to receive your data. They will help you in connecting it. We have the webhook and third-party integration solution. Perfect.
Love it.
Is
Love it.
there
So, guys,
anything
this
you are moving in mind?
so I guess that's what this is. Guys, I hope you understood the concept of OKRs, because with OKRs you can align not just your own vision for the company, for leading a team and etc. You can keep them in one single alignment, a mission that they can go forward with. As you saw the example that we discussed, Sundar Pichai has aligned when he was building this Google Chrome. That's the case study we just showed you. If you missed it, if you joined in late, you can rewatch this again. The replay would be there for you to rewatch it. No worries on that front. So we just showed you how different companies will be are actually using OKRs in their day-to-day, uh, you know, day-to-day stuff to actually achieve goals, and you can use it too. And that's why I'm going to be quickly sharing my screen here and showing you the OKR tool that we have on a lifetime deal. So guys, this is Space OKR. It's Space Team Space has launched two products here with us. One is Space OKR, one is Channel by Space. Channel by Space is like a communication tool between you and your team, but since we saw Space OKR, this is about our productivity, and we have different plans over here. With plan A, you get an option to have 20 users in it, and of course, there's no advanced features and etc. It's a very simple to use tool, straightforward tool. There's no advanced features and etc. Though all the only differentiator is the users what you are getting. So with plan A is 20 users, plan B 40 users, plan C 100 users, and plan D $297, which is unlimited users. So now it depends on your team size. If you're just starting out, if you're having a really small team, then you can go with plan A. But do remember, you're not going to get the lifetime pricing again. That's why choose the pricing according to your team size and the level of growth that you're having. So that is Space OKR. You can achieve your goals, get productive, and bring all of your team on the same page using OKRs. I'm going to paste the link of this lifetime deal in the chat down below so that you can check it out. And let me show you the lifetime deal of a channel as well. So channel is a really simple to use tool. Uh it's like starts with $49 for lifetime, but you're getting 20 users for life. That's right, 20 users for life with 50 GB of space that you can like send files and etc. You can like video call the team members, you can talk to them, you can interact with them and etc. So that's how this is. Plan B, it's an alternative to Slack. And plan B, we have 40 users. Plan C, we have 100 users. And plan D, we have unlimited users. Now, this is insane. I would personally look at 100 or unlimited users for this one, because if you go and check out the alternatives, you get charged about $8 to $10 per user. Yes, alternative tools charge you on a per user basis, $8 to $10, that is. And if you're having a team of 10 people, that you're already paying $80 every single month, which is insane. Why would you do that when you know that PitchGround exists, when you know that a tool like this exists? You can get it for just $49 for life. That's
So
what this
Manas,
is.
I would like
So
to add
this
one more
is
thing
a
here.
channel by Space. Yeah,
Yeah, Manas, I would like to add one more
please go
thing
ahead.
here in this thing. So when we say there are lots of alternative available for the team communication, but every tool is differently created with the different philosophy. So I would like to share my screen and show you what philosophy we have to bring this tool. So we want to keep everything minimal. There are many
100%.
team members. Yeah, we have team members who are continuously growing. Today we have 10, tomorrow we will be having 20 and then 30, 40, 50 and 100 members. When it comes for the bigger teams, complication rises. Like every team needs a simple solution. They do not need anything out of extra, or we can say they do not need any over engineering. So therefore we have launched this channel where we have kept everything simple. So when you can see my screen here, here are the simple search box. My team members are here. All the channels are here. So I can just search anything by pressing the escape key. When I press the escape key, it will show me everything. Like I am searching the pitch ground. So PitchGround has been searched, but there are no results for the PitchGround. I'm going to create a channel just by pressing a drop down key. There is no need to use your mouse. So everything can be done using just a keyboard. So I have created a channel. Now I can invite member here. From here I can click and invite the team member, other team member who can be the part of this particular channel. I can close this channel. If there are many people in this channel, for example, I have a stand-up channel, or we can take other channel. For example, there is channel mobile application. So here is a call button. Once I generate the call, it will send a notification to everyone in this team, and a simple notification will be generated like someone has generated this call and you can join the call, and that people can come to group and just click on the call button and they join to the call. We have tested it for the 500 people. Whenever you are generating a group call in the team of 500, it's very easy to join that call. And once the call ended, you will get the notification here like call generated and call has been ended. So if I'm searching someone, for example, I'm searching a name of person, I can click here, I can enter, I can start writing, I can select, I can format it, and again, I can go to other people by pressing the escape key. It's again completely fast tool. It's more faster than any alternative you are already having or working on. This is completely a simple tool.
Absolutely, absolutely. And one question that people were asking is about the integration, since we are calling it a Slack
Mhm,
alternative. And if you want to
mhm.
actually shift from Slack, what about our integrations? We have so many integrations that are already there in Slack.
Perfect. So tell me the company name, the product name you want to do integration with. Because previously I co-founded a company which name is Via Socket and I am the co-founder of that product. So I can integrate any tool. The tool which doesn't provide the integration but also provide the API, only provide the API. I can integrate your tool with that particular tool as well because we previously co-founded that company, which is third-party integration tool. So we already have support team, a big size of support team. There are 20, 30 people in the support team who can help you in doing all this stuff. You do not need to do anything. But we have the webhook option, API option. If you want to create your own script, you can.
Love it.
So yeah,
Love it.
integration options are there, and we are expert in the integration.
Perfect. So, guys, you need not worry about integrations. You just have to reach out to the team and they will help you out. So, that was a channel by Space, a simple, again, simple, easy to use tool. I love how Space is designing a simple tools. I think one of your objectives should be like, yeah, simplicity is key or something. So,
Yeah, minimal tool on work. Yeah, bringing on minimal tool is one of our objective. And by doing hundreds of feedback, we do it.
okay,
So this is how we have set up our key results. Like we will bring hundreds of feedback from the startup world. We will ask people how it can be more minimal,
love it.
how is it solving your problem or not. So it's
Yes,
minimal,
yes,
it's
absolutely.
hard,
So, guys, that
and
is
And the calling feature we are providing is just crazy option. It's very quick. Like you click over the button, it will ring to the person you are going to call. And if that person is already on the call, you will know it prior. Like that person is already on call or are already doing something. We have already integrated this thing with the channel.
love it. Absolutely, guys. You can check it out here by purchasing your lifetime deal. And if a tool on a tool like this on a lifetime deal totally makes sense because other tools in the space are charging you $10, $8, or $5 at least every single user. That's right. Every single user per month, they're charging a minimum of $8. And imagine if you're having a team of 20 users, you're just paying around $160 every single month just to communicate with each other. And why? Why would you want to do that? That too with limited
Right.
space, etc. Here, here we have 20 users. It's lifetime. You pay once, $50 is life. You can just have the space again. You can have like different plans that we have depending on the size of your company, your own agency. So communicate
Manas,
with your
one
team in a much easier fashion. Yeah,
Yeah, Manas, one more
please go
thing
ahead.
that
Yeah,
is never about the pricing and never about the feature things. Like the complete industry is shifting toward the simplicity. They want things less complicated, easy to use. They do not want to do the trainings and the webinar part. They do not want their team to involve in just learning the tools. They want something to get started from the day they adopted it. So the audience who love the simplicity, I'm sure they love this tool.
love it. Love it, absolutely. And people, especially the PitchGround audience, they want like a simple to use tool. Anything which is like simple, easy, not so complex is what attracts our audience as well. And guys, the world is moving towards simplicity. Say goodbye to complex tools out there because you can get a simple tool that too at an attractive pricing out here. I've pasted the links to the lifetime deal in the chat down below. You can check it out. You can grab your lifetime deal and get started with OKRs. Get started with communication that is channeled by Space. So, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us, and we are already active in our Facebook group, on all of the other places. And since you guys have shown love for OKRs and etc., you will have the replay as well. You can check it out, and you can go ahead and feel free to ask us any questions. Our OKRs, we would love to answer that too. So, with this,
Perfect.
we are wrapping
So
up this webinar. Thank you so much.
yes,
Yeah,
I'm also active
uh,
over the PitchGround community. So free to ask any question over there. I would love to answer your question. Also, we can set up one-to-one meeting if you have different requirement. If you want to know more about this space, or want to explore more about the products we have, we can set up a different call and understand your use case.
Love it. Love it. Now, with this, thank you so much, Ravi, for that specific requirements thing which you just said. And with this, we are wrapping up this webinar. Guys, thank you so much for joining in, taking out your time, and coming to our webinar. And Ravi, thank you so much for taking out your time explaining us about all of these tools, and keeping your key focus on simplicity is the main takeaway that I got from this webinar. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thanks, man.